So, with the release of the Titanfall beta, not necessarily to the public because it is a closed beta, but the release of the Titanfall beta to majority of the gaming community, people are throwing around the term COD killer more than ever. You know, this is a term we've been seeing thrown around for a while. It was slapped on Crysis 3 and it was slapped on Battlefield 3 and a few other video games, but so far no game has quote-unquote killed COD. And a lot of people hate Call of Duty, and a lot of people want to see it go away, and they're striving their hopes and dreams that some game will come along and it will kill the game franchise. Now, do I think Titanfall is the COD killer? Well, I don't think any game is the COD killer. I think that the problem with Call of Duty is a problem that people overlook. People blame Call of Duty for just being a bad game. They blame the developers, they blame the core mechanics of the game, but really, when you get down to it, the problem with Call of Duty, why it's dying and why it has such negativity, is the community. Because let's keep in mind, there was a time when Call of Duty wasn't hated. There was a time where it was a good game. Go back to COD 4, World at War, or even before that, you know, the original 3 Call of Duties. The community was not bad until the game exploded with popularity and an influx of new people came in. Now, I think why the developers were so influenced by this new community was that they split up. You know, Vince and Zampella left. You know, they left Infinity Ward, and it was difficult for them to put together the pieces of their fallen company now. And when they were in such a dire situation, they were heavily influenced by the masses of people coming in to play their game. So you know what they did? They catered to the casual players. They catered to the bad players. They catered to using cheap tactics, and slowly, game after game, Call of Duty drenched down into what it is now. I will give some credit to Treyarch, though, because I think Treyarch has been the reason Call of Duty has stayed alive as long as it has. But yeah, Call of Duty is a plague among itself. And I believe that if any game is going to kill Call of Duty, it is going to be itself. And it's headed that way. It definitely is. Call of Duty is dying a slow, painful, miserable death. It has not been a quick one at all. It may be a few more Call of Duty installments before it dies even. But I just know that with every new game, we're getting closer and closer. Honestly, I thought that Ghost was going to kill COD, but I mean, people are still playing it, and it's still pretty big on YouTube, so I guess we're not quite there yet. But the big question is, am I looking forward to seeing COD die? Well, no, I'm not. Like I said, the problem with Call of Duty isn't the game itself, but more so the community. The community shaped and molded it into what it is today. And what people don't understand is that when Call of Duty dies, the community's not going to die. The community's just going to go to some other video game. So let's say there is a COD killer. Let's say Titanfall is the COD killer. What happens when it kills COD? Well, all those people that ruined Call of Duty are going to go over to Titanfall. Now, does this mean that Titanfall is going to get ruined? Well, not necessarily, because you have to keep in mind that the community was able to influence Infinity Ward because they were such at a vulnerable state at that point. You know, they have the most popular video game in the world, and their company split up. You know, and those two things are a recipe for disaster, so they were heavily influenced by this bad community. So, I don't necessarily think that when COD dies, the community is going to go out and ruin another game, but it is going to influence it. If Titanfall or Battlefield 5 or whatever it be, kills COD, the people over at COD, all the gamers from the COD community, are going to go over to that game and they're going to influence it negatively. I mean, there are some good people in the COD scene, you know, there are some good players and stuff, but for the most part, a majority of the fan base is terrible. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. And, I don't know, I don't think that Titanfall is the COD killer. I think that COD is going to kill itself, and it is. COD's pulling a suicide, mistakes were made.